Education equals hope, a world where dreams take flight. Together we can make it so, transform the day from night.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Education Equals Hope podcast. Hopecast. My name is Celeste Bundy, and I'm the Executive Director of Education Equals Hope. Education Equals Hope exists to provide for the education of students who are living in desperate and difficult situations. And the point of this podcast is to keep you, our dear listeners, and our community of hope, our supporters, our friends around the world, informed of all that is happening in Education Equals Hope, within, without, in between. And today we have a very special guest with us. This is Joseph. Joseph, I apologize. I don't even know your surname. I don't know your given name.
Oh, Joseph Odhiambo.
Okay, what does your surname mean?
My surname means born in the evening.
Born in the evening.
Born
Well,
in the evening, yeah.
at least you know when you were born.
Oh, thank you.
You're born in the evening.
Yeah, I was born in the evening.
Wonderful.
Yeah, to a family of 7
Wow.
some many years back.
So are you the youngest of 7?
Yes, I'm the youngest of 7.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a big family, and I'm sure a lot of fun stories for your parents and for you as kiddos.
Yeah.
And you grew up here in Kitale?
I grew up in Siaya County,
Okay.
Kenya, and I've been in Kitale for quite some time, but I didn't grow up in Kitale, but I've spent much of my time in Kitale.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, Joseph is here. We were doing a water filter distribution the other day for Hope to Others. And on the podcast with Bishop Ben, I mentioned, we'll come back and do another podcast with Ben to talk about Hope to Others. And we were at a distribution, and Joseph happened to mention that he drilled the first bucket for the first filter. So I thought, well, we should have Joseph on the podcast then, get a little bit of a different voice, different perspective. So Joseph, when was that? When did you drill that first hole for that first filter?
Thank you once again. If I can remember very well, it was in the year 2022.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that is the year the first filters arrived, the first phase of filters. So when the boxes were brought to Bishop Ben's office, I had no idea what was inside the boxes.
Could it be a chicken? Could it be a goat?
Yeah, maybe it was something of such kind. And so he explained to us what they were. Of course, I had never seen such that kind of filter before. So he tried to explain to us how it works and how it should be assembled. And in part of his explanation, actually when he was trying to demonstrate how it should be assembled, now it reached a point when now it was to be assembled to a container.
Uh-huh.
And at that point, they were thinking like, we need to have a drill.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time he was trying to demonstrate how it should be assembled, we had no drill at the moment.
Right.
So I thought quickly and asked myself, what about if this filter is taken to somewhere, to a place where those people cannot afford a drill, or maybe they can't have access to any shop that sells the drill. So when he showed us the stuff for drilling, that is when I realized that we can try to do it manually.
Yes, by
And
hand.
if it is done manually, maybe it might take time, but it can be accessed by everybody because it is cheaper. And anybody from anywhere can do it, provided that he or she had been told how it should be done.
Mm-hmm.
So another thing, we did not have a container. We thought of maybe having a bucket,
Uh-huh.
but at that time we didn't have any bucket with us.
Wow.
But there were some few jerrycans, small jerrycans. So we thought of, because for you to assemble the filter to the container, the top need to be open.
Yes, that's
But-
right. So you
but
can
the-
pour the dirty water in to
Yeah.
the top of the bucket. Uh-huh.
Yeah, but the jerrycan was closed. So I had to come up with an idea of cutting off the top so that it could be open, so that at least our hands could access
Wow.
the bottom part that had been drilled
For the connecting piece.
for the connecting of the piece of the filter. So I opted for the idea of improvising that jerry can. We did it, and it came up very well. And I think when we were doing it, I think it was the first, maybe the first video, if by any chance any video was sent for the first one, maybe the first clip, that is the first one we had drilled.
Well, I'll have to go back and see if I recognize your face in those videos that we did have made by a local Kenyan videographer. That is like, I have never heard that story before. So you had to really be creative to say, okay, we have this device. It's supposed to help, but we need to figure out how to put the pieces of the puzzle together.
Yes.
Yes.
So you might not see me in the picture because I'm the one who covered the person whom we were with together. So I might not appear in the picture.
Well, I'm going to put a little, hey, Joseph is back here, just so you get the credit.
Yeah, of course. I was behind the camera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and we'll put a photo up of the packet that each family receives that includes the filter. And as Joseph mentioned, there is a drill included. It's really a drill bit. It's about the length of my hand that you use it manually to drill a hole in a bucket. And I'm just going to give a little shout out to Kirsten, who is a part of our Madagascar and Vision team this June, and she said it was not a drill. So take that, Kirsten. Kirsten was a member of our team to Madagascar, where we did a water filter distribution, and on our Vision team to Uganda and Kenya. So Joseph just said that it's a drill. So there you go. It's a drill. It counts. She liked to call it a can opener, but to your point exactly, not every Kenyan, probably not a lot of Kenyans would have access to a drill that you plug into the wall or a battery powered drill. So that is one of the very appropriate aspects of the filter packet, is that the drill as provided can be used by anyone.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's so neat to go to these distributions and see neighbors helping neighbors.
Yes.
Men helping women who might not be able to drill. Women helping some men who might not be able to drill. Because it does take, 5, 7, 10 minutes depending on the strength of your arms.
Yes.
So typically for me, it takes a long time. For Joseph, just a short time. So, so that's such an interesting story. Thank you for telling how it all began with the first bucket. Tell us a little bit about some of the differences that you've seen from families who've received a filter and their health and their attitudes and their education.
First of all, I would like to say that before we were privileged to receive the filters, we were experiencing, let me include myself, we were experiencing so much of waterborne diseases like typhoid, maybe cholera and diarrhea and some other waterborne related diseases. And because most of the times we will think that the water we are taking are clean because they are piped. But at some point when roads are being constructed, the pipes get tampered with and the rust get in touch with the flowing water. Sometimes the particles are so tiny that can't be seen with the mere eye, or some of them can be seen. So when the filters were brought, we are able to filter our water, and we are certain that the whole water is clean. And for that case, it has helped us save some money that maybe we were using to get treatment from hospitals because of the waterborne diseases. So currently, I can say that most of the people who maybe were spending some money in the hospitals, and some of them never even had the money to spend.
Right.
So right now, we are, me being one of them, I can testify and confirm that the filters has really helped us. I'm healthier. I can't remember the last time I went to the hospital after receiving the filter, because
Wow.
we do the filtered water. Anyone and some of my friends sometimes, one that I received, I can filter more water and share with my neighbors or any other person. So we have been healthy. But maybe before the arrival of the filters, I could be woken up at night that maybe my neighbor is suffering from stomach ache, which maybe could be diagnosed to be typhoid, which is a waterborne disease. So what I can say is that the filters has really benefited us widely.
Pardon the ignorance, because for a lot of the people listening to our podcast, including myself, I truly do not know the side effects of typhoid outside of an upset tummy. Can you share some of the side effects of when you have had typhoid in the past, what it does to your body?
Sometimes typhoid, before you are diagnosed, most of the times, like myself, you'll feel like some stomach ache in the lower abdomen, and at times you will have some fever and some other things. So maybe even before you are diagnosed, you can just tell that maybe I am suffering from this. Then based on the signs and symptoms that maybe I experience, when I am diagnosed, due to the signs and symptoms, the doctor will be able to tell and guess that this might be typhoid. Now, when you are tested, for them to be sure, you get tested to confirm that it is typhoid, and most of the time it is always typhoid.
Wow.
So those are some of the signs and symptoms that can make someone maybe realize that he or she is suffering from typhoid.
Wow. So tummy aches, fevers. We met with a family where one of the moms shared that she had major headaches from typhoid. So again, just bacteria that causes life to not be so great, and we were talking earlier today of, when you wake up and you don't feel good, do you want to walk for 3.1 miles or 5 kilometers to go get dirty water? Absolutely not, right? But you still have your responsibilities. You still have your family commitments. You still need water to cook meals for your family. But if you have typhoid or cholera or diarrhea, that 5-kilometer walk would be very uncomfortable.
Yeah, very true.
Yes. So having this filter, and unfortunately, we haven't figured out a way to eliminate the walk for water yet. A lot of great organizations are developing, drill wells, and we're going to be drilling a well here in one of our communities in Kitale, with the help of Rotary International. So that's very exciting. But still, when that water is accidentally put into a dirty bucket, or it still needs to be filtered. So even if a community has a wonderful well, we highly advocate for each household having a filter. What are some of the things that you enjoy most about the water filter distributions? When you go and there's a group of people who are given this filter, what do you enjoy most about that?
One of the thing I've always realized. Okay, first of all, they get surprised, and because maybe it is their first time to see such like a stuff or a gadget, and what makes me happy and happier is their zeal to see the difference that is being brought by the filters. So, like the last experience I had is when maybe the water to be filtered was made more and more dirty, and they were really eager and they were zealous to see the difference that would come after the water flowing outside the filter. And they were very much happy, and they were eager to test
Yes.
they test the outcome of water that comes out of the filter. So they are always very happy because they feel like they are cared for, they are loved, and their health concerns are given the first priority. So they do express themselves happily, and they're just like, wow, it's a blessing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Health concerns being the first priority. That is hope. That is powerful. That's such a powerful statement.
Yeah.
That there's so many other things that our dear friends here in Africa and in Ecuador, where we also have our Hope to Others program, and in Madagascar, the daily challenges that these women and girls, families face, their health should not be one of them.
Yeah.
Having clean water is a human right.
Yeah.
Everyone has the right, or should have the right, to clean water and education.
Yeah.
I love your answer to that question, because it is so fun to see this. Well, seeing the dirty water isn't fun, but when you see it go through the tubing and it comes out of the filter and it's clear as our sink water, or as a bottle of water, choose your favorite brand back at home, and it's purely clean and without bacteria.
Yeah.
And we've recently, during our distributions, we've had 2 glasses where you see the dirty water and then you see the clean water, and it's kind of fun to be like, do you want me to drink this dirty water? And everyone's like, no. And then just to see the refreshing feeling of that cup of clean water.
Yeah.
And it's just so powerful. It's full of hope, and like you said, the excitement that's around the filter.
Yeah.
I know that in a couple of our distributions since we've been here, there have been more participants than there's been filters available.
Yeah.
How do you guys handle that as a community?
Based on the explanation that we got from the team and some other people that had the experience before, like when we heard that in a day you can filter like 500 liters of water. That is a lot of water, maybe in a family. So when the number of people who feels like they should have the filters as well is higher as compared to the number of buckets we have, maybe sometime we share the filtered water with the neighbors who don't have the bucket.
Yeah.
So that is how we handle it at some point, and we do give them hope that the same God who made these filters available will make them to be sufficient so that they can also have. But we share with them whatever we have.
Absolutely. And that's one of the encouraging parts. Like when we were creating the name of Hope to Others, at no point, because so in chemistry, water is 2 parts hydrogen and 1 part water. So it's H2O. So hope to others, H2O.
Yes.
So it's water, hope to others. I think when Chip and I were sitting around the table having breakfast, we were like, oh, we'll be able to help give a filter to a family. We never thought that family would then be able to truly give hope to others. Yeah. That through this blessing of the filter, through the power of clean water, that if we give a filter to one family, it's really impacting multiple families.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's it is a challenge when we go to a distribution and we say, hey, we have 50 filters and there's 100 people in attendance. But Joseph and the team here do an incredible job of keeping track of who's received the filters, the follow-up process. And so the next time we go back into the community, I'm hopeful that those individuals who missed out the first time get a filter the second time. And that's the challenge for today's podcast is, here in Kitale, we work in 2 communities. One is St. Michael's, which is a rural community. There's about 1,500 homes, and we are so close to being at 100% capacity for that village. Then the other area, the other neighborhood that we work in is called Kipsango. Kipsango is a slum that has about 18,000 homes there, and we have distributed very few, maybe 500 or so to Kipsungo. So obviously we have a lot of work to do there. And so we ask for you guys to come alongside of us, to join us in this journey to give hope through clean water, to provide a filter that costs $50 that can, as Joseph mentioned, it can filter up to 500 liters or 250 gallons a day. And we believe that those filters, when taken care of properly, can last up to 3 years. And the manufacturer says 10, but due to the quality of the water here, we are safely saying that we will replace the filters every 3 years if we have the funding to do that. So if this has touched your heart, if you feel like, gosh, it's such a I didn't realize that it was a micro privilege to go and turn on my faucet and be able to wash my hands or put my toothbrush under and brush my teeth, or just have a glass of water or have ice, or, some of the little things that we may take for granted. If you feel like you believe that everyone has that same right, please join us. Visit our website at educationequalshope.org. You can click Give Now, and that's going to give you an option to give to Hope to Others. Or you can go to our website that was developed specifically for this program called hopetoothersfilter.org. Check us out online. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Most importantly, drink a clean cup of water today, and realize that that is one of the biggest blessings that you have. So thanks for joining us. Joseph, thanks for being here. Thanks for telling us about that first drilled bucket. And maybe when we get to 10,000 buckets, we'll have you drill that one too.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. Have a great day.
Hi.
We will see you soon.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.